I'll be honest, this one didn't look that great. It looked kinda dumb. But there was something about it that showed potential. And the fact that Madeline Brewer's in it kinda sold me on it. She's great in Handmaid's Tale, and a few months back I saw a movie called Cam, which turned out to be a strange little movie. But she was good in it. But this one still looked like a gamble that probably wouldn't pay off. Mainly because the premise, based on the trailer, was kinda silly. And yeah, the movie is kinda silly, it's not even remotely realistic. So you just sorta have to throw realism out the window and go with it. However, just from the first few minutes, I knew I'd probably made the right choice to give it a shot, because this thing is actually really well made. And creative, really creative. And I guess most of the credit goes to Mitzi Peirone. She wrote and directed this, and yeah, she went all out with this one. Now I gotta say I didn't love the writing, but the direction and the editing and the overall production design is really creative and interesting. No two shots look the same, and she does a lot of different things to give this movie this unsettling and disorienting feel, especially in the later parts. The camera spins around and does flips and all sorts of things, and the color scheme changes from time to time, but she can also lock down the camera and compose great shots when she needs to. So visually this thing is a treat, it definitely keeps things interesting. And the acting's pretty good, especially Brewer is great. But what about the story? Well, it's about these three young women. They've known each other from childhood, and one of them lives alone in this big mansion. She's a bit unhinged, and she likes to play these weird, twisted games. Well, these other two find themselves in a bit of a predicament. So they figure they'll pay her a visit, and that it'll probably pay off to play along with her games. And things sort of go from there, and most of the movie takes place in the mansion. But the plot itself is almost impossible to describe without going into detail. It's pretty bizarre, but it makes some minimal amount of sense. As I said, it's not realistic, but if you just go with it, it does make some sense. It gets violent, it gets demented, and generally just very strange. But then we get to the third act, and it pretty much goes off the deep end. There's a few twists and turns, and I gotta admit, at the end of it, it sorta lost me. I didn't know what was going on anymore, I completely lost the thread. But I will say this, it did feel like it was supposed to make sense. It felt like it was well planned out and everything fits together. It didn't feel like one of these movies that just throws something dumb at you for no reason. But I just couldn't keep up with it, so I'm not sure if that's actually the case or not. I think watching it a few more times though would probably clear some things up. But I will say this, it's definitely not a story I've seen before. And it's a movie that on the surface looks like it's gonna be just another low budget horror movie. But it's a lot more than that on pretty much every level. Even the story, but mainly the visuals, and when it comes to the direction and the editing. This is not something someone slapped together in a weekend to make a quick buck. Some time and effort went into making this one, that much is clear. And truth be told, I actually ended up kinda liking it, despite the shaky story. It's definitely not for everyone though, and I can see a lot of people not liking it. But the artistic sensibility of Mitzi Peirone is pretty much undeniable. She knows what she's doing, and I hope she keeps doing it. Because we need a little weirdness and out-of-the-box thinking every now and again. But would I recommend this thing? If you're feeling adventurous, absolutely. Otherwise, probably not. It's not a very easily digestible movie. So maybe check it out, maybe don't. I'm not your demented mother. But I am trying to sell out, so consider liking, subbing, hitting that bell and supporting me on Patreon. Because I really need that huge mansion with the circular driveway. And hey, why not drop a comment below or check out another review? I'd appreciate it. Thanks.